welcome to all the viewers of India Today. I'm Smita Sharma. You're watching this broadcast from Washington, D.C. in America. On 8th of November, Americans will elect its new leader who will shape up the future, the economy, the geostrategy and foreign policy of this superpower nation. The big question, who will win this race, which is not just the race for White House, but the race for America. And in one of its most polarizing campaigns that America has seen, it has rained controversies from sexual assault locker room banter tapes to email shockers. You've seen it all. So in the next half an hour, we will get you the most interesting, colorful and bitter moments in this big fight between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. First up, let's get started with giving you a ground sense of what the mood is like in both the camps.
Why do I support Hillary? I support her because she stands for all of the core values of the people of America.
Hillary, our nominee!
You know, ma'am, there were the tapes, of course, that spoke about about him groping women, and that was considered sexual assault, which he called a locker room banter. Isn't that something that is worrisome?
Look at Donald Trump and try to assume that he's done things in the past that may have offended women. It's hearsay. I look at the man, I look at his intentions, I know he has a heart.
He accepted those remarks.
He accepted them in what way?
I'm not proud of it. I apologize to my family. I apologize to the American people.
Yes, he accepted some of those remarks. And in doing so, he looked back at those remarks and said, I am sorry. He did apologize.
Together we are going to say loudly and clearly, no Trump.
I'm not too confident this election is going to be close. Election is not based on number of popular vote. It's about electoral vote, right? Electoral states. And we have enough states, and I have no doubt that Mr. Clinton is going to win.
Some may have doubted us, but we never doubted each other.
What people understand, what the American people understand, is that Hillary Clinton would be a disaster for this country and just a continuation of the status quo of Barack Obama. That's not what the nation needs. The nation wants change. Donald Trump and Mike Pence are change.
Has she made mistakes? Of course, so have I. There's nobody in the public arena over the course of 30 years that doesn't make some. But she is a fundamentally good and decent person who knows what she's doing and will be an outstanding president.
People throughout the United States have made a statement. It's about the people. The people are ready for change. And Donald Trump and Mike Pence can do that for the hardworking American people.
She is in this race for us. She's in this for our families, for our kids, for our shared future.
Dr. Carson, what is it that makes you believe in Donald Trump?
Well, I believe that he's a patriot, that he loves this country, and he understands, like many of us do, that the road that we're on is going to lead to destruction.
We have a great country. We have great people. And these people want to see America be great again. That's what they want.
Right now, what is key for me is the college experience for everyone. I would like for everybody to be able to go to college and to have that experience and also the financial support to go. And I believe that Hillary really stands by that, and she stands by youth in general, just with their education and with their experiences.
One of the biggest problems has been that the Republican, in fact, camp did not come across as united. Do you think that is changing?
We're all united now. Everybody, as Governor Pence said, Republicans are coming home and Democrats and independents are taking a second look at Trump because they understand what needs to be done to get this country back on track.
We will make America strong again.
With such a close contest at the moment, are you confident that you'll get to see President Donald Trump?
We will make America proud again.
I am definitely positive. His ideas, his reaching out to everyone and the working class is what is really important.
And we will make America great again.
Race for America!
So for the last many months, as the fierce election campaign played out, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton battled it out, not just during the presidential TV debates or during campaign rallies, but also at the merchandise stores. Here's a special report.
From t-shirts to caps to bottle openers to banknotes, the bitter rivalry is well reflected, though Trump seems to have an edge.
We have Hillary, and as you can see, we have Hillary masks, and we have Hillary's hairstyle and all that stuff. So that's kind of pretty much not selling that much, but yeah, people do like them a lot. Trump's one, they're all sold out. Yeah, people do like Trump a lot. I don't know how, why, but yeah.
These merchandise have been flaunted by supporters of both leaders during the campaign. And shopkeepers hope that before America casts its final ballot on 8th November, the products would have helped them earn some moolah. Trump's wigs were hotcakes initially, but Hillary's hairstyle and masks now find more interest.
Yeah, they're really interested is because, you know, they're selling a lot, but we actually sell more than Hillary, like a t-shirt Donald Trump.
So Donald Trump t-shirts seem to be more popular?
Yeah, exactly.
And they're popular with young people or old people?
Oh, old people, like all kind of people like it.
But perhaps election fatigue has set in after a polarizing race that continues to be controversial. And the products, though on sale, are hardly attracting takers now.
Traditionally, New York is a blue state leaning towards the Democrats. But the successful multi-billionaire Donald Trump in a way epitomizes the very glamour, glitz and spirit of New York. So clearly, while Donald Trump's wigs, t-shirts seem to be outselling those of Hillary Clinton's at the merchandise stores, question is, will New Yorkers also swing the Republican way? Right behind me, White House in Washington, D.C. is preparing to welcome its new resident of at least 4 years. Meanwhile, Big Apple has a new selfie spot. New Yorkers and tourists are thronging not the Times Square, but the Trump Towers.
New Yorkers have a new favorite selfie spot. Not Times Square, but Trump Tower. With elections just round the corner in the United States, locals and visitors alike are curious to catch a glimpse of and click a selfie at the iconic Trump Tower on 5th Avenue. His fans rally outside the building to show their support for the man who built it.
We are 5,000 volunteers, more than 5,000 volunteers, no payment, nothing, just volunteers support Trump.
I put in like lots of hours a day. I go to the call center downstairs and make phone calls to voters in swing states and battleground states. I also help organize rallies.
To add spice, a volunteer wearing a Trump mask poses as the president-to-be and even gives the media interviews.
Well, I definitely am. Definitely apologetic, and I do apologize. We have to make America great again.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
His supporters as well as detractors indulge in heated sloganeering and trading of charges right outside the building.
We think Donald Trump is the worst candidate for president in our whole history. And we say, we compare him to Humpty Dumpty because he is a total liar.
With only a week left for the US presidential elections and Democratic rival Hillary Clinton's lead narrowing down due to the FBI probe, Trump supporters feel it's not too late for a comeback.
With White House bracing for a neck-and-neck contest, the question is, who will the young and the educated vote for, and what are the key issues top of their mind? Rajdeep Sadesai took a political science classroom at the prestigious Georgetown University to gauge the mood of the young American voters.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today? Very good. Good. Because
I am putting you through an exercise as a focus group. The presidential debates are over and the focus is now on voting day. And I want to know what young Americans want to do in this election. Who do you want to vote for? That's the challenge before you young students of Georgetown. Ready? Okay, I'm looking for a show of hands at the very start. Who are you going to vote for? Those who would like Hillary Clinton to be the next president of the United States, please raise your hands. Those who want Donald Trump to be the next president of the United States, please raise your hand. That's very, very surprising. Those who don't want either Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton would like someone else. There I've got a single hand. So as you can see, these young millennials of the United States in this room at Georgetown are overwhelmingly with Hillary Clinton. Is anyone going to tell me why do you want Hillary Clinton? Just one voice has come who wants neither Clinton nor Trump. So why don't you start? Why don't you tell me why do you not want either Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump as the next president?
Yeah, so I'd say that I'm the undecided voter in the room, I guess. Neither candidate seems great. Both of them have a lot of flaws. Donald Trump is not a politician in any great sense. He's made a lot of sexist, racist remarks that I think indicate that he's not going to be a good face for the United States. Whereas Hillary Clinton also has a lot of flaws. I would love to have a woman president. I want her to be the best president in 50 years. And so I set the bar really high, and she has kind of a muddled record and brings a lot of baggage with the Clinton legacy.
Okay, I'm going to come to Hillary Clinton in a moment, but I want to know, why is it that none of you want Donald Trump? What is it about Donald Trump that troubles you so much? What is it about Trump that troubles you so much?
I mean, honestly, in my mind, he's just not fit or qualified to be president in any way. He doesn't have the experience. He knows nothing about policy. He can't place most countries on a map. I honestly don't see how anyone could think that he'd be qualified.
Was it the revelations about his views on women that changed your mind? Was it the so-called sex tapes that came out, or were you convinced even before that he was the wrong person to lead America? It actually wasn't. I wasn't very surprised by the revelations about his views on women, to be honest. I was convinced long before. I mean, you're looking for someone to lead the United States through a very troubling time and to be a world leader, and he just doesn't have the temperament or the knowledge. He doesn't even, I mean, most people say that he's a good businessman, and that's at least what can kind of be a plus for him, but he's not even a good businessman, so it's just... Nandini, you're from Mumbai. And you may not be able to vote in this election, but you're a big Hillary Clinton fan. What is it about Hillary Clinton that makes you feel that she's the right person to be the president? Here you've got another voice who says she wants the best, and Hillary Clinton's not the best.
So I think for a lot of us who grew up outside of America, we still saw Clinton as a very important female role model growing up. For as long as I can remember, Clinton has been in the public eye and has proven to be a much better role model to me and someone to model my behavior after than any Indian politician, especially any Indian female politician that I can think of in my lifetime. I think sometimes we forget the person that Hillary has been over these last 20, 30 years that she's been in the public eye. This is the woman who went and fought for women's rights as human rights. This is the woman who has gone and fought for women's education across the world. And these are issues that I really believe in. And I currently live in America. I would feel absolutely unsafe in a country where Donald Trump was the president with his anti-immigrant and anti-women rhetoric. And I think Hillary is the only person who's going to be able to ensure that I can continue to be in America and women across the world can continue to feel safe and protected. You don't think there's an integrity question about Hillary Clinton, about the way the Clinton Foundation has got funds, the whole story about emails, leaked emails? That doesn't trouble you at all? That she may not necessarily be the most honest president the United States has had? I think when it comes to politics, honesty tends to be very subjective. And if we're holding Clinton to this high bar, I don't think we're holding other politicians to that same one. I think the integrity issue is continuously and constantly pushed and sort of overdone when it comes to Clinton. If you're talking about the emails, oh my God, yes, absolutely. Why on earth would she delete them? But why is Donald Trump continuously committing tax fraud? Why is he continuously using loopholes within the American tax code to declare bankruptcy? These are also considerable problems. I don't think we need to be making the integrity issue something that's the key issue right now when policy is incredibly important, as well as the temperament to serve. Okay, that's, you're as good a Clinton advisor as we can get.
It's time for a quick break here on India Today, but our special broadcast on the American elections continues on the other side. Do stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching a special broadcast on the race for America on India Today. I'm Smita Sharma. As the pre-poll surveys continue to be edgy, American markets are preparing themselves for probable shockers. The election results could have impact on credit markets to stock markets and definitely a long-term influence on the US economy.
Who will be the next US president? Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton? As Americans make up their mind with declining electoral gaps between the two feisty opponents, markets and traders are edgy.
Actually, over the last week or so, the markets have softened up a bit. It could be very well be, I would say, Brexit style, where if Donald wins, we could see a sharp sell-off actually in the market right after the election.
On Wednesday, the dollar slipped for a second day, hitting its lowest against euro, yen, amongst others in 3 weeks. Market watchers feel Donald Trump, considered pro-business, could be shaky for stocks with his jumpstart policy. But a Hillary win could mean contracting of credit markets with effect on student loans to housing credit.
Credit markets usually prefer, let's say, Trump, because he's saying he's going to remove the stringent regulation. He will take back Dodd-Frank, which all the banks want. But if Hillary comes in, credit will be very tight. And there'll be a lot of government spending, so it sucks out money from the public markets.
What stock markets like is certainty. And if Hillary becomes the president, we're going to see more of the same. So you're going to see pretty much less certainty and stocks are going to do well. Whereas if Donald comes, then essentially you're going to see short-term volatility for sure.
Come 8th November, at stake will also be prominent multilateral trade agreements, some of which Trump has promised to scrap. But market watchers feel America's $17 trillion economy is not going to slide down and there is no cause for panic.
U.S. economy is going to drive forward. People are still going to be investing. People are still going to be foreign direct investment. People are still going to be investing in Asia. People are still going to be investing in Europe. The world will move forward.
Domestic economy has been at the center stage of the US presidential debates. Come 9th of November, the election results will impact the economic course of the superpower nation. Depending on whether it's Trump or Hillary as the next president, will it be about government spendings or more market-free economy? There will be short-term and long-term impacts, but hopefully the US growth will remain stable and not impact adversely the Asian giants, including India and China. As America votes on 8th of November to elect its new commander-in-chief, there would also be elections to the House of Representatives as well as the Senate, and at stake is the future of several Indo-Americans who could create history by winning seats to the Congress.
Abi Kibar, Trump, Sarkar.
Recognition of the Indo-American community at the highest political level in a highly polarized election season. A presidential race with several Indians vying for the Congress. 30-year-old Jacob, born in Kerala, came to the US as a 6-month-old baby. A social worker, Peter is now contesting as a Democrat from New Jersey to enter the House of Representatives.
I still identify closely with the country I was born in India. I consider myself having Indian soul but an American heart and mind.
Indians, considered one of the most industrious and richest in the United States, have largely stayed under the political radar. But the community is now flexing its political muscle.
Indian Americans have excelled in areas like medicine, engineering, and business. The final frontier, quote unquote, for Indian Americans is politics. More people have become more involved in the political field, from the presidential to the Senate to Congress, and people running for public office throughout the country, including individuals like myself.
It was in the 50s when Dilip Singh Sondh became the first Indo-American to be elected to the House of Representatives. Nearly 5 decades later, Bobby Jindal was elected to the Congress and later became the governor of Louisiana. Despite the rise of the Indian-American community, politics has been an uphill task. And Peter Jacobs' family supports him in this electoral mission.
Is he working very hard?
Yeah, he is a very hard working. So I'm happy, my family very happy, and always everybody happy.
Among other Indo-Americans, Ami Behra, the lone Indian origin congressman from California, is running for the post again. Democrat Arun Khanna is also trying his luck from California, while 51-year-old Pramila Jayapal of Seattle could become the first Indian-American woman legislator in the House. Also running for the Senate are Raja Krishnamurthy from Chicago and 51-year-old Kamala Harris, Attorney General of California and considered a close confidant of Barack Obama.
We will continue to get you all the updates in the race for America here on India Today. For now, it's a goodbye from Washington, D.C.